Hi, welcome to our podcast, Sports for Dummies by Dummies. I'm Jake.
And I'm Mitchell.
And today we'll be going over our NFL playoff predictions, this week's NBA games, and we're going to be interviewing Remy Julian. Alright, we're going to get started on our first segment of this podcast, which is going to be our NFL playoff predictions. Alright, to start, we're going to start in the AFC, and we're going to be going over the 2 seed and the 7 seed, which is the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins. Who do you guys think is going to win?
I got the Miami Dolphins. I'm going 2 all the way this year.
Bro, did you... I can't say that, but you see him earlier this season?
I did, and he was phenomenal.
Nah, you got decked out, bro.
So I think the Bills are going to win?
Yeah, I think the Bills are going to win because Tua... he had a concussion earlier this year with the Miami training staff. They kind of threw his career. I think he might have some brain damage after that hit. All respect to him. He didn't do anything wrong. It was
it was a playoff play, but
he got decked out twice, 2 games in a row, I believe, and he really got injured. And I don't think he's still in. He got back in later this season, and he got injured again. So if Tua plays this game, it'll be a closer game, but Bills win again. But if Tua does not play this game, Bills are beating him by a mile.
I don't think so.
I also have the Bills winning. They've been playing better all season, and Tua might be out, so it should be pretty easy. The next game is going to be the 3 seed Bengals against the 6 seed Ravens.
Bengals.
I got Bengals for this one, too.
Joe Burrow all the way. Obviously, Jamar Chase on the wide receiver and T. Higgins. They got a stacked team, and Joe Mixon as the running back. They're just gonna pound the Ravens.
Yeah, they're just gonna pound the Ravens. I also just hate Lamar Jackson. So
yeah,
I like Lamar Jackson.
Lamar might not even play this game. And
Thank God,
even if he does, I think the Bengals are gonna kill him because they're a much better team. In the last game for the first round of the AFC is going to be the Chargers and Jaguars.
I think it really depends on where they play.
Nah, I got
Well, they play in Jacksonville.
Okay, that's got to be Jacksonville.
No, bro. Do you? Justin Herbert is nasty. Justin Herbert is way better than Trevor. Trevor Lawrence just started getting good.
Do you know how hyped the Jags get whenever they play?
That does not mean anything.
Yeah, it does.
Me personally, I'm going to take the Chargers here. The Jags have had a hot end of season, but Justin Herbert and their defense is better than the Jags. Quarterback's better, running back's better, receiver room's better, everything's better.
See, Jake's here, right here, because with the Chargers, they have Austin Eckler as their running back, Justin Herbert as their quarterback. They just have a ton of offensive threats.
Yeah. And then the Chiefs, who get a bye this week, they're going to be playing the winner of the Chargers and Jaguars game in week 2. Right. So, onto the NFC side, we're going to be starting with the seed 7 and seed 2 again, which is going to be the 49ers in the 2nd seed, and then the Seahawks, which is the 7th.
I'm going to be real here. I love the Seahawks, but they're my second team, so I got to go 49ers here.
Yeah.
The reason why, Brock Purdy's looking phenomenal this year. Mr. Irrelevant coming in. Bro. Okay, anyways. We also got C-Mac on the running back position, Deebo Samuel and Ayuk for the wide receivers. George Kittle as the tight end. I believe the 49ers have probably the best team based off of weapons in this entire playoff bracket.
Balanced team or just best team?
Weapon wise, they have. Bro, do you see their offense? Do you
I think they got a really good offense and defense. Their quarterback situation is a bit rocky, but he's been playing pretty good with that team. I mean, I think really anyone can. But
yeah,
I'm also going to take the 49ers here. Seahawks aren't very good.
That's why they're 7th seed.
And then for the second game, it's going to be 3 seed Minnesota versus the 6 seed Giants.
The Giants.
Honestly, I like the Giants to win here. But let's be real.
No.
Minnesota's literally...
They already beat Minnesota.
Minnesota, okay quarterback, okay?
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins, okay. Justin Jefferson, top 2 receiver, not 2, in the league. And I'm a Bills fan saying that, okay?
Yeah.
Let's be real. And they also got Harrison Smith, safety. Who else they got? They got...
Dalvin Cook.
They got Dalvin Cook as a running back, dog. Like they're a pretty stacked team, if I'm being completely honest.
No.
Yeah, but
And
it's the
Adam
Giants.
Thielen.
I mean, they're also going to be playing in prime time. Kirk Cousins typically sucks in those games.
Okay.
Danny
But
Dimes.
I'm going to take Danny Dimes is just not him.
Mhm.
Yes, he is.
And the Vikings just have an all-around better team, so I think they're going to be able to win that matchup.
Okay. Yeah, I think Vikings are winning, but I want the Giants to win. Let's be real. The Giants team, Danny Dimes, like he's cool, right?
And they got the best running back in the league.
They got the best running back in the league, Saquon Barkley. That's it. That's only if he can stay healthy. Let's be real. He's
gonna
healthy.
stay
He's healthy. But who else do they have? They don't have anyone else. The Giants are very short-ended here. All right, if you look at their Madden stats, they're all 70s.
Yeah, but that's Madden.
They're
That's
all
Madden.
All
Bro,
right.
Madden is literally
All right,
accurate.
On to the next game, which is going to be the Cowboys versus the Buccaneers. This is the
Brady's
4
got a
5 seed.
ring to replace.
I got Brady
Yeah.
because let's be real, the Cowboys are good, but Brady's never lost against the Cowboys in the offseason. He's undefeated.
That'd be wild if he lost to the Cowboys.
All right, I think this is going to be the season where he finally takes an L to them.
Nope.
You know, the
He was
Bucks.
just strong.
The Bucks have been struggling. Cowboys defense is looking like a top 5 defense in the league.
Well, that's only because Chris Godwin has not been in the league.
He hasn't been.
Well, he's been in the league, but he's been out. He's been injured.
Yeah, but I don't know. I like Pollard. He's been playing well. They got a really good receiving core.
I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah, but Brady.
Lamb.
No, but no, he's right with CeeDee Lamb and having Pollard as a running back.
But Brady.
I don't know.
Brady doesn't have the magic he did.
Yes, he does.
did.
He just got divorced.
Bro,
He's angry. He's ready.
All right.
no.
And then the Eagles are going to have the 1 seed. And they're
Yeah.
going to be playing the winner of the Cowboys.
So
and
Eagles.
Bucs game.
So it's gonna be Eagles versus Brady again.
So now we're going to move on to the NBA section of our podcast.
For today, we're gonna be going over tomorrow and today's NBA games. For the first game, we have the Washington Wizards versus the New York Knicks. Who do you guys think is gonna take that one?
I got the New York Knicks. They've been having a pretty good season, and the Wizards just aren't that good this season, so I'm going to be taking the Knicks.
What about you, Remy?
The Knicks,
Why is that?
because Jacob said it.
Agreeing with Jake here. I'm gonna take the Knicks too, just because Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson have been playing out of their mind this year. For the next game, we have Atlanta versus Dallas. Who do you guys think is gonna take that one?
I'm going to be taking Dallas. They're my Luka Doncic is the MVP favorite right now, and he's been going crazy. The Hawks are a pretty good team, but I have Dallas beating them.
What about you, Remy?
Yeah, I also got Dallas beating them because Luka's a pretty much GOAT of the NBA right now, and I don't like Trae Young because, I'm a Knicks fan.
Okay. I got Dallas in this one too. I think Luka's gonna be MVP this year over Jokic, even though it's pretty close. For the next game, we have probably the 2 worst teams in the league, Houston and Charlotte. Who do you think's gonna take that one?
I'm going to take Houston. They have a lot better young stars. They have more of them. Charlotte's looked pretty bad this year, and Houston has at least showed some promise, so I'm going to take them.
LaMelo.
Alright, yeah, I'm going to take LaMelo too. I don't think Houston's going to do anything this match. Alright, next game is going to be a good one. Cleveland and Memphis. So, what do we got on that one?
I got Cleveland by at least 15. Cleveland's really good. They got D. Mitch. He's been playing out of his mind. Evan Mobley, been playing good. They got a bunch of young, great players on that team. I think they're going to take it pretty easily, even though Memphis has Ja, who's been going pretty crazy. He's good, but I have them winning.
John Morant.
I think that Cleveland's going to take this home just because they have so many more good young players, and Memphis really just has Ja and Desmond Bane. Their power forward is lacking this year. So is their small forward. And for the next game, we have Miami and New Orleans. Who do you got for that one, Jake?
I'm gonna take New Orleans here. I think Zion's gonna have at least 35. Brandon Ingram, I think he'll have a good game, and I think that they'll just barely take care of the Heat.
Zion Williamson, 100 MVP candidate.
I'm gonna take New Orleans here too, just because the Miami Heat haven't been doing anything this season compared to Zion and the Pels. It just looks like an easy win for them. For the next game, we have Indiana versus OKC.
I'm gonna take OKC. They've been playing well. Shai has been playing really good. A couple of their other young stars have been playing well, and I think that they're gonna beat Indiana, who has not been that strong this season.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I personally got Tyrese Halliburton here. I think that he and Miles Turner can make this game a wrap. For the next game, we have the Clippers and Jazz.
I'm personally gonna take the Clippers here. I think Paul George is gonna have a really good game, and the Jazz, they've been playing pretty good this season, but I think that they're gonna start to slow down, and I think that the Clippers are gonna win.
What about you, Remy?
Clippers.
Why Clippers?
Because.
All right. I'm personally going to take the Utah Jazz here. I think Lauri Markkanen, or whatever his name is, can pull this game for an easy W because the Clippers just haven't been playing well this year. Next game, we got Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray versus Minnesota. So that's probably an easy game for them.
Yeah, I'm also going to take Denver here. Minnesota's not been playing that well this season. And Jokic is playing like an MVP candidate, so I'm going to take the Nuggets.
Jokic.
Why Jokic?
Him.
All right, yeah. The pairing of Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert obviously just wasn't a good idea because they haven't been winning this much this season. For next game, we have Sacramento and LA Lakers. What you guys got for that one?
Give me the Lakers. LeBron's been playing really good since he turned 38. He's the GOAT, and I think he's going to have another good game. And the Kings, they've been playing pretty good this season, but I think the Lakers are going to be able to beat them.
Bron.
Yeah, I got the Lakers here because I'm a Lakers fan, and I just think that they're a stronger team compared to Sacramento. I just really think that they're just a better team. For tomorrow, we have Chicago and Detroit for the first game. I think that's an easy wrap for Chicago. How about you, Jake?
Yeah, I'm also going to take Chicago in that game. I think DeMar's going to play well. And
DeMar Hamlin.
And I think the Detroit Pistons just aren't very good. I think it's going to be a pretty easy game.
I didn't mean DeMar Hamlin. I meant DeMar DeRozan. Yeah, sorry.
Who do you think's going to win the game?
Lonzo's
out, bro.
The Bulls or the Pistons are you two options?
Levine.
He's going to take the Bulls.
Next game's going to be I think it's going to be a good one. Golden State versus Boston. Championship rematch.
Tatum.
Really? You got Tatum here? Alright. What about you, Jake?
I'm going to take the Warriors. Even though they haven't been that good this season, and Boston's been one of the best teams in the league, I like Curry, and I think he's going to do really good in this game, and he's going to take care of them.
Even though Curry didn't win his game back, I feel like this is going to be a good game for him because, it's a rematch for the championship, and they obviously beat them then. Probably beat them now. Next game is Toronto and Minnesota. I think Scotty Barnes and Pascal will just control this game. What about you, Jake?
Yeah, I'm also going to take the Raptors. Minnesota's playing 2 days in a row. Toronto gets a rest, as well as Scotty Barnes been playing really good. I think he's going to be able to take care of him. Remy?
Drake.
You got Drizzy for this one. So Toronto. Yeah, I agree with both of you. I think that Minnesota just isn't going to win. Next game, we have Brooklyn and Phoenix. I think KD and Kyrie are going to take this one home.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty good game. But Brooklyn's been the hottest team right now. And I think that Brooklyn's going to win, and I think Kyrie's going to drop at least 25.
So, Kyrie is my first basketball shoot ever. So,
So you're going to take the Nets?
I'm going to take Ayton.
Oh, so you're going to take the Suns.
Since D-Book is out, I'm going to take Brooklyn here. I don't know if Kyrie or KD will be out this game, but I think it's an easy wrap even if they're both out, because DeAndre Ayton has been playing like absolute garbage.
Whoa.
No, I don't care. And Chris Paul is just...
Old.
Jesus, he's old. For the last game tomorrow, it's Philly versus Portland. I think it's an easy wrap for MVP, Joel Embiid, and James Harden. So, what do you think, Jake?
Yeah, I think I also agree. I think the 76ers are going to win pretty easily. Portland, they've been pretty good this season, but Philly's been a lot better, and Joel Embiid's been playing really good, so I'm going to take them.
Dame.
No.
No. All
No.
right, so that's going to wrap up for today and tomorrow's games, but first, we're going to interview Remy on his favorite team, the Knicks. So when did you start being a Knicks fan?
Yesterday.
And who's your favorite player on the Knicks?
Barrett.
Oh, R.J. Barrett.
Why R.J. Barrett?
Yeah, why R.J. Barrett?
New talent.
New talent.
He's a bust, but yeah, let's go with that.
And have you ever gone to a game in person?
I was a fan tomorrow.
And the last question is going to be, who's your all-time favorite player for the Knicks?
Barrett.
Is it R.J.?
R.J. Barrett still? All right.
Now moving on to our controversial topic. We're going to
He's
talk
not
about...
controversial.
Yeah, he's not controversial, but DeMar Hamlin basically dying on the field and receiving CPR for like 8-9 minutes. What did you guys think about that when you heard about it?
Yeah, so I was watching the game live in my living room, and I don't think anyone really knew what happened when it first happened, but it's like really sad. It's like the first time something like that's happened on an NFL field, and I think for like all the players on the field, it's going to be very scary for them to keep playing.
Obviously, I feel bad about DeMar injury, and his toy drive really got like $9 million in profit over like a course of like a week or two. So obviously, everyone else is supporting DeMar, and hopefully, gets a speedy recovery. I've heard he's getting there, and yeah.
Remy, how long do you think it's going to be till he plays again?
I think he's out for the season.
You think really? You think he's out for the season? All right, I meant like next year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, just first game next year. Actually, he was a bench player.
Do you think he wants to play
So,
again?
Yeah, I probably want to play again, but he was a bench player filling in for Micah Hyde, and Micah Hyde's back, and I don't know if DeMar Hamlin's going to get time now.
I'm now moving on to my interview with Manny, a hardcore Bills fan, and his reaction after the loss to the Bengals and DeMar Hamlin's injury. All right, Manny, how did the Bills' defense disappoint you in this game?
Let's see. The Bills' defense, they really did not show up to any of the four quarters of the game, I thought. We could not stop Jamar Chase, I think that's his name, number 1 on the Bengals at all. And we kept playing a zone D, which just left people wide open for Joe Burrow to just hit in the wide open field.
Do you think that was the team's fault or the coaching staff?
I would say if I was to blame anybody, it would be the coaching staff for not realizing they should have went to a man coverage early on, because by the end of the first it was 14-0.
Yeah. Was there any point where the Bills' offense or defense made you happy in the game? Is there any point where you were cheering them on?
I think there was one play where we almost intercepted it. That kind of got me excited, but I knew early on that it was going to be a blowout.
Yeah. Could tell that, I guess, by the 14-0
Yeah.
quarter lead. What about the Bills' offense? How did that do for you?
Josh Allen had a lot of problems connecting with key players. But the Bengals defense did an amazing job by making sure Diggs was never open or Knox was never open, and it was just hard for Josh to find anyone.
Is that more Josh's fault or the receivers?
Nope. The receivers were doing what they needed to, but they just couldn't get past the Bengals defense, and
It's more of a nothing you can control.
yeah, Josh couldn't find the open man on time, and that led to 0 points.
Yeah. So the Bills have always lost in the playoffs. Do you think this is one of the last years you will be cheering for them, or are you a ride or die?
I'll give the Bills one more year, and if they don't make it, I might have to become a Bengals fan or I don't know, a Steelers fan.
Yeah. So did you watch the game where Damar Hamlin had a heart attack?
Yes, I was watching that game from the beginning.
How did you feel when he fell on the ground?
At first, I thought they were just being a little overzealous about it, but then once you start seeing everything unfold, you realize it was an actual situation that was going on, and you could see the look on all the players' faces, and from what they saw, brought them a lot of shock, which then cut to commercial breaks and people saying what they thought was going on. For the amount of time it took them to get him off the field, everyone I talked to thought he was dead or wasn't going to make it.
So this game, the Bengals-Bills game being his first game back, well, not back in the NFL, but back, watching it and seeing the players crowd around him, how did that make you feel?
It was pretty great to see that him and his family made it to the game. I know it brought a lot of the fans hope that he being there would bring hope to the team and, bring that extra jazz and oomph that they needed to get the W. But unfortunately, our minds were not where they needed to be, or the coaching wasn't where it needed to be. But it was still great to see him at the field and up in the booth.
Yeah. All right. One final question. So you said you wanted to switch teams maybe if the Bills disappoint you one more year. Would you think about going to a different conference or a different
Nope.
and still rooting
Nope.
for...
I would still root for the Bills, but I would probably stick with a AFC team. I definitely wouldn't pick Mahomes because nobody likes him. Other than that, I might have to maybe switch to being a Raiders fan. I don't know, that's just my dad's team, but probably keep it in the AFC.
The Giants. What do you think about the Giants?
Nope, there's no hope for the Giants. There's no hope for the Jets. There's no hope for the Dolphins.
All right, Manny, that is it. Thank you for joining me and have a good day.
Bye.
All right, this is the last and final episode of Sports for Dummies by Dummies. I am Mitchell. Goodbye.